is happening, everybody? So today is Saturday and just finished training all my clients, and now I'm going to get a cheeky workout in myself. But I want it to be pretty quick because I want to get out and I want to get home and I want to make the most of the sunshine that's outside. So what I'm going to do is back squats, working up in repetition in weight to a heavy set of probably around about 5 reps. Okay, so just scaling up the weight till I get to a heavy set where I'm doing 5 repetitions and can't necessarily do any more. So that could be 4, 5, 6 sets, whatever, of back squats. Then I'm going to go into a 10-minute EMOM just to finish off. So pretty short workout. It's going to be pretty quick, pretty basic. 10-minute EMOM to finish off. So every minute on the minute, I'm going to do 15 wall balls on minute 1, and then minute 2 is going to be 10 hanging leg raises, and that's a 10-minute EMOM back and forth. So after that workout, should feel like I've had a pretty decent workout. It's probably going to take me around about half an hour-ish. So yeah, and then we're going to go out, we're going to get in the sunshine and do some stuff. So the workouts, whenever I'm doing anything lower body, it's always going to start off with some glute activation, like the duck walks, and then some hip stretching. So like on the bench, just trying to open out my hips, getting ready to squat. And then I'm going to dive into the squats. Going to start with a bar only, just get ready for the movement, get the hips moving, get the legs moving, get some blood pumping through. But I always recommend people warm up the glutes, stretch out the hips a little bit. If you've got tight hip flexors, stretch out your hip flexors a little bit, and then get into the rest of the workout. When doing squats, you want to make sure of a couple of things. That your legs are shoulder width apart or a little bit wider, depending on how you feel comfortable, how your body mechanics are. But you want to try and keep your heels on the ground the whole time. You want to take a nice deep breath in to start off with. Lead by sitting your hips back, so don't just bend at your knees. Sit your hips back, then bend at your knees. Keeping your heels flat on the ground, and trying not to let your knees cave inwards. So you want to make sure that as you come down, your knees stay in line with your toes and your knees don't drop in as you push back up. And deep breath in on the way down. So brace in, squat down, and then exhale on the way back up as you drive into the ground and push back up. rest time between sets is sort of getting a little bit longer as the weight gets heavier, but I'm sort of an impatient person, so I don't really, well, with training I just kind of want to hammer through it, so I probably don't rest as much as I should. I probably do about 30 seconds time it takes me to load, re-change the bar, and then, but probably as it gets heavier, especially as you're getting nearer to those 5 repetitions, I want to be looking at trying to take sort of a minute or so's rest just to fully recover before going into lifting that heavy weight again. So that's kind of rest time. I'm just sort of give it a breather, change the weights on the bar, and then when I feel up to it, I'm going again. So they're not strictly timed or rigid. Let me let you in on a little secret as well. Look, now this thing here that I'm going to tell you, it's going to make you about 30-40% stronger, and if you don't do this, then you're not going to be able to squat as much. And it's this. If you don't have a pair of funky ass socks on when you squat with oranges, wearing sunglasses, then you're going to be 20 to 30% less strong. Woo. Okay, so that was tough. Took me about half an hour in total. I did, I think, 6 sets of squats, so starting with the bar, working my way up, and then I did 2 heavy sets at 5 repetitions. So I worked up to that 5 rep weight, then stuck there and did 2 sets at that weight. Actually, I might have done 3. I think I might have done 3 at that weight. I can't remember. But then I dove into the wall balls and the leg raises. So all in all, I've got the strength element, muscle building element with a squat, the bit of cardio and heart raiser with the wall balls, which actually is going to also include some muscles as well, because you're squatting, using your shoulders, etc., using your core quite a bit, and then the core with the hanging leg raises. So all in all, a sort of 30-35 minute workout, which was intense. I'm sweating and I was out of breath after that 10-minute EMOM, but I feel good, and then I'm ready to go and get on with the rest of my day. So we are planting the Henry Joseph rose into the pot. Okay, that's it. Is that it? All gone?
Yep.
Sure?
Sure.
Right, take that then. And then what we're going to do is take this little bit here, patch here, and turn it into Henry's little garden. So we've decided to come out for dinner and get a cheeky Nando's. Nothing quite like a cheeky Nando's, is there, Arthur?
Yeah.
What do you like about Nando's?
Now they have McDonald's.
Do you like how cheeky it is?
And this is so cheeky that I'm going to the park.
I mean, you're not, but...
I am. I am going to the park.
I mean, you are. You are. Yeah? You going to the park? Okay. So here is Arthur's finished Henry garden for his brother. The 3 rocks that his cousins painted, the wooden statues that were at the places in the woods where he's buried, and then tomorrow I'm going to go to the garden centre and get some nice flowers. We're going to put them in there, and then Arthur's going to design a little plaque which is going to go in there as well. And the reason we put it out the front is because then the dog won't ruin it. So back home now, kids are in bed, just got back from taking the dog for a walk. Nando's was a complete disaster. Arthur was completely on one. I think he spilt his drink 3 times. He wouldn't sit still. It was just one of those meals where it was like, why do we bother even doing this with a 4-year-old? Why do we bother? This is exactly why we don't go out and eat. Anyway, so that is the end of today's vlog. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one, and I am off now because it's a Saturday evening and I'm going to go and get absolutely steaming. Getting steaming.